But this is troubling. Why would a stone giant act in this manner? They have never been hostile to free folk before.
We took these tokens from some of our fallen foes.
Some of them bear the Black Raven emblem of Agandaur.
Then we can be certain he is behind the giant's descent into evil. But there are also other tokens here I recognize. These are the marks of the orcs of Mount Gundabad, far to the north.
Maybe Agandaur is hiding out there, at Gundabad.
It may well be. From Mount Gundabad, the orcs have many tunnels and secret pathways connecting the hidden mines and orc holes of the Misty Mountains. The orcs can move along those routes in great numbers without being seen. If Agandaur is raising an army to fight for his master in the north, it is certain he will have traveled to Gundabad. The evidence you have uncovered confirms this to be so. Yet we have no way of knowing if he is there still.
Perhaps not. But we should not sit idle waiting for him to begin the war on his terms. At the very least, we might learn what the orcs are planning.
To walk into such an orc-infested pit as Mount Gundabad would seem like folly. But you have proven your skill and daring many times over. And too, you have the eagles to aid you. It may be that you will find a way to take the enemy by surprise. It is certain that, were you to destroy Agandaur, you would cut the heart from Sauron's plan to make war in the north.
Mount Gundabad? What do you know of that place?
It is a great peak that stands far to the north, at the meeting point of the Misty Mountains and the Grey Mountains. Once, Gundabad was a delving of the dwarves, but it was abandoned long ago. It has since become a stronghold of the orcs. It would be hard-pressed to find a more dangerous location in all the north.
But what about Frodo? Maybe we'd be better off doing something to help him on his quest.
That die is cast. We must abide the consequences, for good or ill. There is nothing more we here can do but to look to our own defense.
And we'll do that by ridding ourselves of Agandaur. We're off to Mount Gundabad.
Your courage is commendable, but be certain you are well prepared. Mount Gundabad will not be forgiving of the unwary. Farewell, and may the stars shine upon your path. Is there something I can help you with, Farin?
It's about Mount Gundabad. The place has an evil reputation.
I fear there is little I can tell you that you would not already know. You are aware that Gundabad was originally a great mansion of your kin, but is now a haven for orcs and other foul things.
Aye, and that has me worried. Dwarves know how to build a stronghold. I'm afraid we might not be able to find a way in.
It may prove difficult, but do not forget that Gundabad has been broken in war more than once. I doubt the orcs have the skill to restore it in dwarven fashion.
They certainly do not. And the eagles just might be able to take us to places the orcs wouldn't think to watch. I'm thinking we'll need all the advantages we can get.
Yes, you will need to rely on the courage and skill of your companions, as they will in turn rely on you.
Well, Mount Gundabad awaits. Farewell, Master Elrond.
It is a fine day for flying, don't you think?
Is Balaram your kin?
No, but he has always guided me. Balaram taught me tricks of the air and secrets of the wind. We often hunt together. He's shown me the fine art of snatching a wild sheep from the side of a mountain, and how to dive upon a wolf and pluck hairs from its tail. Wherever Balaram leads, I will follow.
What can you tell me about Mount Gundabad?
I've never been there, but I know it's a high peak that lies far to the north, on the edge of the frozen wastes, and that it has long been infested with orcs. We do not nest there. When the north wind blows across the wastes, it racks the mountain with blizzards, driven by fierce gales. But I will not be daunted by the north wind. Hello again. What can I help you with?
A true smith never stays idle for long. What is it you're working at?
My fellow smiths and I have recently completed a great work. The reforging of the legendary sword Narsil. It was a demanding and exhausting task, but I dare say we created something worthy of a king. Now that it is complete, I've turned to work of a different sort. I'm amusing myself by practicing the art of imbuing gemstones. Farin, it is good to see you once again. We were beginning to be concerned for you and your companions. And yet you return victorious, upon the backs of eagles, no less. We are grateful to you for ending the threat of Bargrasar. The giant might have done great harm but for you. The trolls and orcs of the Ettenmoors will be dismayed by his fall. They will be slow to march against us now.
Aye, but Agendour is still out there. Not for long, though, if we have anything to say about the matter.
I am glad you are so eager to come to grips with the enemy. Yet do not abandon caution completely. You will find few places in the north more perilous than Mount Gundabad. I only wish we were free to accompany you.
You did pretty well at Fornost. I wouldn't mind having the two of you join us in the hunt.
Alas, our father has made it clear we are to remain close at hand as long as Imladris is threatened. Such is our duty, and we will abide by it. Otherwise, we would have sought leave to accompany Aragorn on his quest.
Why would an elf of Rivendell wish to leave his home to fight in southern lands?
For many reasons, not least of which is the friendship we bear for Aragorn. We have shared many hardships and perils together, as we did with his forefathers before him. We would stand with him when he achieves the quest for which so many generations of the Dunedain have striven. And so too would we be there with him at the bitter end, should all our hopes fail.
If that is how you feel, why not ride south at once?
We cannot think only of ourselves. We have a duty to our father and our kin. And what use would it be for Aragorn to gain the realm of Gondor, only to find the lands of Arnor reduced to ruin and ash behind him?
Never. The North will not fall into shadow while I still draw breath.
It heartens me to hear you say so. If you and your companions continue as you have begun, we truly have little to fear. Indeed. With you harrying the enemy across the whole of the North, the two of us will soon be on the road south.
I'll see what I can do. Farewell for now.
Oh, hello again. Don't mind me. Speaking with you got me dreaming of the old days. Dwarves, elves, and men fighting against orcs and goblins. Those were glorious times.
I'd best be off. Goodbye for now, kinsman.
Those who venture into the wild.
I hope we reach our destination soon, or this weather may prove more deadly than the orcs.
Take heart. We are nearly there, and this snowfall will hide us from the eyes of the enemy below.
Elrond, look! Above the mountain!
Set us down! We can attempt to find a way into the mountain under cover of this storm.
There is little chance of that, with those creatures keeping watch from above. Once we land you, my comrades and I will draw off the beasts.
Let's hope those flying beasts are too occupied with the eagles to notice us.
We can hope their eyes are less keen than those of our eagle friends. We may appear to be just a few more orcs among the hordes of Gundabad.
It's a sad day, but I have to hope I'm mistaken.